A study involving 650 church leaders revealed a striking consensus. An overwhelming majority of them said that the spiritual formation of every child begins at home, that the parents are the number one influencers when it comes to the child's spiritual formation, with the church providing a supporting role. Challenging, isn't it? But my question has always been, how do I try to make the faith real for my children? And the answer to that is simple, but it's also very challenging. For the faith to be real to our children, it's got to be first real to us, right? They've got to see us living the life. They've got to see us connecting faith and everyday life in the lives that we live before them. You see, in the Bible, in Deuteronomy chapter 6, God gives the people of Israel a very specific instruction. After giving them the commandments, He says, "These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts," right? So it begins with the parents. And then He says, "Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you're at home, when you walk along the road, and when you lie down, and when you get up." The verse reminds us that faith isn't just something that we talk about at church, but it's something that we take every opportunity as we live out our everyday lives to actually talk about. Some of the most significant, formative moments of faith happen in simple, intentional practices that we have as a family. For example, eating around the table. Great moments to have great conversation. And even in those conversations to talk about the different ways God has been good to us, the way we've experienced breakthroughs, the needs that we have, and the things that we are hoping for God to accomplish. Another way is to have family prayer. To have a tradition of just sitting around together and praying and reading the Word and reflecting on the Word, even singing songs together. These small, simple moments can form the spiritual lives of our children. And another way is, of course, the modeling of our faith, being part of a community, allowing them to experience the grace of the Spirit of God through spiritual community. That's being part of a Sunday school, being part of a church. You see, parenting isn't easy, right? With so many demands and distractions around us, it can often feel overwhelming as parents to be able to prioritize spiritual formation of our children. And let's face it, none of us are perfect. But here's the word that I want us to remember when it comes to building a spiritual legacy for our children. Here's the word. Start small, but start today. You see, faith isn't something that we can just outsource to the Sunday school or to the youth group or to the church and hope that things are going to be okay for our children. Faith is cultivated, nurtured, and fostered at home through the lives and the practices and even the spiritual traditions that we bring up at home. Our children are far more likely to embrace the faith as their own when they leave home. When they go off to college and they start having a family and lives of their own, they're far more likely to embrace it as their own when they've seen that kind of a life and practice in their own homes growing up. Start small, keep it simple. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Start small, but start today. If as a parent you'd like to know more, or you just need someone to pray for you because it can get tough as a parent, or you just need someone to hear you out, get in touch with us today. Comment today, on this video. Just say, "I'd like to talk to somebody," or I need some help. Just comment on this video and someone will get in touch with you to pray with you. God bless you as you continue to pursue parenting and building that spiritual legacy for years to come.